issue, and it goes beyond anything you could ever imagine. The societal implications of this are going to be insane. The amount of just pain and damage this is going to cause, and the full ability to tell a woman what she can and can't do with her body. And we're going back into a Handmaid's Tale society here.
All of you women who sat home, all of you young girls, adults over 18 years old who did not go out and vote, who did not think that you need to protect your womb, we're now back in the dark ages.
Brace yourselves, ladies. I'm with you. My heart is just broken. I don't understand why this country hates women so much. I just don't understand it. We'll get through this. We'll figure out a way.
No more joking about it being The Handmaid's Tale. It will be.
Fuck!
56 million abortions occur annually worldwide, and though opinions on the matter are strong, many are simply unaware of how they actually work. So, regardless of whether you're pro-life or pro-choice, what actually happens during an abortion? Abortion procedure to empty the contents within the same to 16 weeks after conception and is typically performed under local or general anesthesia. The cervix is numbed and opened wide enough to pass a slender tube into the uterus where suction is used to empty the contents. Within the same timeline, a DNC or dilation and curettage abortion can be used. First, the cervix is dilated using small instruments or medication, and then a curette is used to remove the contents of the uterus. If a pregnancy is between 12 to 24 weeks, a D&E or dilation and evacuation abortion is likely used, although only 1.2% of abortions occur after 21 weeks. Safe abortions, a preventable pandemic. Estimated 68,000 women to die yearly, while a further 5 million suffer temporary or permanent disability. Methods range from ingesting toxic solutions, practiced by individuals without the necessary skills, or in an environment that does not conform to medical standards, cause an estimated 68,000 women to die yearly, while a further 5 million suffer temporary or permanent disability. Methods range from ingesting toxic solutions, inserting foreign bodies into the uterus, and even trauma. The World Health Organization. Abortions are allowed by the local law. They are one of the safest procedures in medicine, with case fatality rates less than 1 death per 100,000 procedures. In the US, the risk of death associated with childbirth is 14 times higher in women than that of an abortion. There are also myths that abortion is linked to an increased risk of cancer, as well as difficulties in conceiving or carrying a future pregnancy, but both of these claims have been refuted by extensive medical research. However, unsafe abortions practiced by individuals without the necessary skills or in an environment that does not conform to medical standards cause an estimated 68,000 women to die yearly, while a further 5 million suffer temporary or permanent disability. Methods range from ingesting toxic solutions. Make abortions illegal do not reduce the number of abortions. Countries where abortions are illegal have roughly the same number of abortions. What changes instead is the incidence of unsafe abortions. A 2011 study did find that state-level anti-abortion laws in Texas correlated with lower abortion rates in the state, but these results did not account for women traveling to other states with less restrictive laws to receive a procedure. Conversely, researchers have found that sex education and access to contraceptive methods do reduce the number of abortions by minimizing unwanted pregnancies. This can be seen in the abortion rates decreasing significantly in the
I'm Dr. Norman McLean. I did practice within obstetrics and gynecology for nearly 40 years. I've done in the area of maybe 8,000 births. That would include maybe 2,000 cesarean sections. I have performed abortions early in my career. over that time I would have certainly done between 1 and 200 terminations of pregnancy. So I know about the technique. I am going to describe a second trimester surgical abortion. This procedure is called dilatation and evacuation. It is performed between usually 13 to 14 weeks and 24 weeks of pregnancy. After the patient is given a general anesthetic, the abortionist uses a weighted speculum, one like this, that opens the vagina widely. A late-term abortion requires that the cervix be prepared for 1 to 2 days in advance with either drugs or laminaria. Laminaria is a type of sterilized seaweed that absorbs water over 8 to 12 hours and swells to several times its original diameter. Once the laminaria is removed, the cervix will be further dilated using metal dilators, graduated metal dilators. Once the cervix is stretched open, a suction tube is placed inside the womb. This is connected to a suction apparatus similar to a vacuum cleaner but more powerful. The size of a 20-week baby is the size of the length of my hand from the head to the rump, not including the feet. The average baby at this gestation will weigh 500 grams. The suction machine will remove from around the baby the pale yellow amniotic fluid that has been surrounding and protecting the baby. Now, with babies this big, they won't fit through a suction catheter. The baby's bones and skull are quite strong. They cannot be torn apart by the suction alone. The instrument used to carry out the termination of pregnancy is a forceps, a grasping forceps. It is a metal high-quality instrument, 13 inches or so in length. The active end of the instrument is about 2.5 inches in length, and it has teeth within the instrument which, when it grasps a structure, will not let it go easily. The abortionist uses this clamp to grasp an arm or a leg. Once he has a firm grip, the abortionist pulls hard in order to tear the limb from the body of the baby. One by one, the rest of the limbs are removed, along with other body organs, the intestines, the spine, the heart, and the lungs. Usually, the most difficult part of the procedure is extracting the baby's head, because at this stage of pregnancy, the baby's head will be the size of an average plum. It simply won't come through the cervix. In order that this is removed, one needs to crush the skull. This requires inserting the grasping forceps and placing it around the head and crushing the baby's head. That will, of course, cause damage and injury to the skull bones, and one will know that one has achieved that by observing a yellowish, creamy fluid moving through the cervix. That will be the brains of the baby. The abortionist then removes all of the skull pieces. He then removes the placenta and any other leftovers of the baby with a curette which scrapes the lining of the uterus. The abortionist then will collect the various parts of the body and reassemble them to check that there are 2 arms, 2 legs, and so on. Once all the parts have been accounted for, the abortion procedure is complete. For the woman, this procedure carries significant risks. Major complications can occur, including perforation of the uterus or laceration of the cervix, with possible damage to the bladder, the bowel, and other maternal organs. And hemorrhage can also occur and is not rare. These complications can lead to massive hemorrhage, septicemia, and include death. Future pregnancies are also a greater risk for loss because of premature delivery due to abortion-related trauma and injury to the cervix and uterus. What I have described is an operation that will be done from 14 weeks of pregnancy through to 24 weeks of pregnancy. It's very gruesome. The reality of abortion, particularly second trimester, is very gruesome. Of pregnancy, it's very gruesome. The reality of abortion, particularly second trimester, is very gruesome. I stopped doing abortions because I realized this is not right. This is not what I should be doing. This is not the medicine, the life-giving, healing medicine that I wanted to practice. And from that day, I stopped.
This abortion law goes beyond a woman's issue, and it goes beyond anything you could ever imagine. The societal implications of this are going to be insane. The amount of just pain and damage this is going to cause, and the full ability to tell a woman what she can and can't do with her body. And we're going back into a Handmaid's Tale society.
Shalom. All praises to the Heavenly Father, Yahweh, Basham Yahushai, Basham Rukakwadash. Double honor to the apostles, the elders of Great Millstone that rule well and that taught us this truth. And salutation to the sincere Achim out there that are doing the work, man, that believe in Yahweh, Basham Yahushai. And to the few sincere sisters out there, Shalom. And this is also, this video is also for the, sisters out there, because Yahweh Basham Yahushai is not down with this abortion, this goddamn abortion, man. Because our people been doing it also, but now you see a lot of these cave monkeys, these so-called Caucasians, these so-called white people, Edomites. That's what they are according to their biblical nationality. They are of Esau, Edom. Their forefathers Esau, and they are the Edomites, man. We are the Hebrew Israelites. For those, out there, the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans are the Hebrew Israelites. We are the children of Israel, man, not a bunch of bywords. And the video that you just saw, that's a very disturbing video. I put a few clips together. YouTube keeps it up. But, I just wanted to go in there and show people what abortion really is, man. And it's very, very hard to watch, man. I couldn't even sit still. Because this is a horrible thing, especially if you have children. Even if you don't have children, it's a very horrible thing to watch. And this is the thing that these devils want you to do. They want you to abort your children, to make that sacrifice, man. That's what they're all about. And they use the children, especially of our people, with melanin, to take stem cells from it, and to inject it into themselves. You see that they rip the baby apart, man. And yet you have these horrible looking females out there. And it's always the same thing. With these My Body, My Choice, marches, these protests, there's always these demonic females, out of shape, bitter, loud as shit, out there with 20 colors in their hair, or purple hair, pink hair, undesirables. And even a few of these demonic so-called influencers out there with their slut walks and all that, useless trash that Esau Edom uses to break down the nuclear family. They want the women to be females. A woman is a servant of a husband, a comforting a woman that brings comfort, that helps her husband. But Esau wants a destructive, toxic, evil witch of a female in the household so that he will destroy the generations to come. Because the book of Titus speaks about that the woman needs to teach her daughter. And when the son is young, of course, is in the house. But, the daughters need to be taught how to be keepers of the house so that when they grow old, they will be a good wife. And that will contribute to your lineage to continue. Of course, it's through the man, but without the woman, the seed goes into the womb. So if the seed is not safe in the womb, what is the outcome? It's going to end your bloodline. Because if you put your seed in a woman and the woman is a female, a dog, a shameless woman, goes to these clinics because she doesn't feel like it's time or whatever, or she wants to do certain things, or she wants to be a slut, and then she gets pregnant. Yeah, but people get raped too. That's why the scriptures, hey man, let me just go in and Salakia, because this topic is very it's very vexing, because it's a horrible thing that these females are doing, man. Let me start here. Sirach 26, verse 8. A drunken woman and a gatherer abroad causeth great anger. You see, because even if you think about it, it just stirs up anger, man. And she will not cover her own shame. These people are shameless. They don't give a damn. They go out, fuck whoever they want. Body count doesn't matter. You have videos out there. Go to spring break videos on YouTube, and these young YouTubers go there. Does body count matter? No, it doesn't matter. It's between you, and your girlfriends, or it's your private information. You're supposed to be with one man. A man can have multiple women, man. That's according to the law of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. Because if you give, let me just read on. If you give a female too much liberty, freedom, so-called, you don't have no, man. Let me just keep on reading, man. Because this thing, gadding abroad, what are they going to do? What are they going to do when they go to the club? They're just picking and choosing. You have females that even pull up to the camp, picking and choosing. So how much more out there when they're in the dark? In the spirit of Bacchus, celebrate, reveling, being out there in the club, wanting to be pop, trains ran on them. They want that, and like a brother always says, man, a female like that, even a normal female, is hard to satisfy these days, because they get a lot of attention, and they do so much outlandish bullshit. There's such a deviant, such a sluts. Hey, and if you feel offended, don't you have these slut walks? Or you're the boss bitch, or you're a bitch. But when a man tells you what's going on in the world, then you want to feel offended. But when some bald bitch like Amber Rose is out there with the slut walk, then you want to be like, oh yeah, man, I'm a slut too. Dumbass. So they do so much crazy stuff out there. Rods everywhere. People doing, I don't even want to go into the raunchy shit, but hey, they do crazy stuff, man. And they record themselves while they're doing stuff, or they let other people record them, and they don't give a damn if it's going to be spread, man. Because every form of attention for a female, for a dog, for a shameless female is is good to her, man. It pumps up the ego. Wait. The whoredom of a woman may be known in her haughty looks and eyelids, and that's also what you see, man. You see it in the eyes of the window of the soul. But if you see the makeup only, that's enough, man. And you stare in the face, you see the haughty looks, the wanton eyes. You know, the other scriptures speak about that. Lust in their eyes. You know, keep it between you and your husband. If thy daughter be shameless, keep her in straitly, lest she abuse herself through overmuch liberty. And the scriptures speak about if a daughter goes outside, you know, the father always worries about their daughter, you know, and daughter can cause great shame, man. People in the city will look at that. They did this, that, you know. Look at Lawrence Fishburne when it came out that his daughter was in porn. So that was a great shame, man. And people, even though the guy's an actor, you know, he has a certain charisma, a certain spirit that people, you know, it makes people like respect him to a certain degree. But we all know what's going on in the industry. But you know, so you were thinking like, hey, damn, man, that's messed up, man. Even for a dude that's in the industry. So how much more if you, hey, man, but let me just continue. Watch over the impudent eye, and marvel not if she trespasses against thee. She will open her mouth as a thirsty traveler when he had found a fountain, and drink of every water near her. By every hedge will she sit down and open her quiver against every arrow. So she will open her legs. Her vagina is ready to take every rod. That's basically what it is, because a quiver is where you put arrows, man. And that's what they're all about. Let me jump down. Verse 26. A shameless, 25, Salachia, Sirach 25, Salachia, 26 and 25. A shameless woman shall be counted as a dog. So what is a female dog? That's a bitch. So we call you how you basically, if you act like a shameless female, you're going to be called a bitch. The scriptures speak about it. What you going to do against it? But she that is shamefaced will fear the Lord. And a lot of people, they don't fear the Lord, man. They're contentious females. Let me go to Sirach 19, because I also wanted to go into something else, but it made me think about this scripture, man. Because through overmuch liberty, this shame is caused, man. Murder is the result of that. A lot of babies being aborted. Millions of babies are being aborted, as you saw in the previous video. And still people are crying, man. Oh, this is basically my your feelings are being hurt. Your rights are being how you say that? Because I've got the English word for it. People are violating your rights. Because you feel like this takes away of your the whoredom package, you know. Because now, when you're a slut, shit, where you gonna now? I can't go around the block or around the corner or take a bus or a train to the nearest abortion clinic anymore. Now I'm mad. So let me jump down. Sirach 19, verse Salachia, what was it? Oh, Salachia, Sirach 43. Let me go there. And let me jump down. And Salachia, because this thing is very. This shows you that these women need guidance, or else you become like these shameless females, man. That's what it is. Wait with me for a moment.